Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew, where family's everything.
Until it's not.
We were just recording another episode. If you were watching our Salt Lake review, we're sorry that I abruptly ended it, but we were done
It,
anyway. So,
it was done anyways. And I want to give my PSA. If you haven't watched this week, we did a review on Beverly Hills, on the Real Housewives of New York, on Salt Lake City. And now we're doing This is Southern Charm.
Southern
And I
Charm. And,
mentioned
and what I've been sharing at the end of each episode is my little Christmas joke that y'all can steal and share at your tables.
it's a
I gotta
great
say to
joke. So
people,
stay to the end.
no,
Stay to
no,
the
I'm
end.
gonna tell them now because no one's
Oh.
gonna stay to the end.
Well, but they don't speak Spanish on this
Well, listen, if you know anyone, you say you like graffiti, go over to one of those signs that say for lease and put Navidad underneath.
That's so good. Any sign you see out there that says for lease right underneath
Navidad.
Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
I am not a big fan right now of this show.
I'm having trouble with it for one reason. And first of all, I'm going to give my PSA that I've given on all of our other reviews this week, and that is to not overshare this holiday season.
Yes.
Do not let what you're vaping interfere with your reasoning. Don't let what you've chewed get you through the day before you get there. Forget about those 4 espresso martinis that you've had. Do loose lips sink ships. So remember not to overshare this
So I
holiday
shouldn't come on
season.
Christmas.
Basically, yes. And this kind of goes back to this show, especially because they all lie about each other. I don't know if the level of others lie.
It's like the thing about this show that's starting to like it's a hard to
Annoy me.
I like Molly. She's funny.
I like
In her
Molly.
confessionals. She makes
Yeah.
funny jokes.
Yeah.
She's really funny.
I like Molly. I'm okay with Molly. I actually think it's interesting that we just got introduced to Sally today, and already she has different hair color. In other words, she doesn't want to be noticed and recognized in Salt Lake.
Totally.
I mean,
And
in
I will
Charleston.
also say that
in Charleston.
the one energy that I really want is Paige to soar about. Craig, get the pasta salad, please, out for me. And
How? Okay, real or fake? Coordinated outfits, real or
I
fake?
think the same designer told them to wear it at the same time. I couldn't believe it. They had the same exact design on the edge of their drop.
Well, they had the same material. It was just different versions of, like, it would say it was
That's what
part
I'm
of
saying. Whose
it
design
was,
is it? Is it Paige's or Madison's new clothing line that they want to push?
well, no, I thought whatever it is, it's a collection.
Maybe
And
it's
these are
sewing by down south swim.
well, I thought now they both have big Amazon pages. So does Paige have any place where she puts in what she wore?
Yeah, she does all that stuff. I don't know.
I'll have to find it. You know, on your phone, if you just point and you do Google image or something, it will pull up pretty much
that's
what the outfit
amazing.
is. Yeah, so if you see something like Andrew's top right now, which is Robert Graham, if you like it, you wouldn't even have to have me tell you it was Robert Graham.
Oh, you could just take a snap of
You
it.
could just take a snap.
Screenshot of
And I
me.
didn't show everybody, but I got it's the holiday season.
Ooh, that's so chic.
Don't you think Miss Pat would wear something like this? Is anybody's pug fatter than Miss Pat's?
I have to say, just to say quickly, anyone that I saw a clip because I don't watch the show, it just gives me a yawn. But no one and The View understood Alyssa Farah Griffin's joke when Jamie Lee Curtis came on and gave them all gifts that were wrapped up. Alyssa Farah Griffin got it and goes, "Wow, dare I say chic?" And no one laughed. They just kept going on with it, and I felt
But
so
Jamie got
bad
it,
for
did
her.
she?
No, because it was so fast.
Oh,
I
Jamie
think
didn't
Jamie
get
probably
it?
after laughed.
Oh, that's
But she
funny.
didn't notice in the moment because all the other women
Yeah.
just kept talking. But
Yeah.
Alyssa, I understood what you meant.
Yeah,
100%.
you did. You were talking about it as a housewife
Chic,
reference,
chic,
you know?
chic,
Chic.
chic wind chimes.
Okay. Brett has cancer.
That's sad, but I just
It
don't know
is
how it didn't
sad.
come up anymore on the show. And Brett, you need to like actually go get
I
some
wouldn't
help.
tell these people if I was on it that my spouse had cancer either.
Unless, especially if they weren't doing anything really about it, as crazy as they were, I'd only bring it up if
Well,
it was
no,
something
they
where I
said he
needed
had
the
his
support.
thyroid. He had his thyroid
Yeah, but
removed.
he's like, yeah, I think there's still something going on there. I don't
Well,
know.
there is, because in the previews it said that they spotted something on his kidney or liver.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No, that's not okay. That's not okay. And that would be, I don't even want to go there. That would
Yeah,
be
I don't want
terrible.
to talk
I
about it.
told you because I get Bobby Zarin vibes when they said thyroid cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I felt bad about that. We talked about that. Now, isn't it interesting that Craig could have cared less when Austin came to his house?
Oh, yeah.
Madison, he's out there with the pool skimmer, making sure there's not a
Really, really
flake.
slicing that watermelon. It looked so delicious when he was slicing it.
I love
Very
nothing.
thin, nice pieces. I enjoyed the watermelon slicing.
I hate to say that, but I love a good watermelon.
I love a nice cookout, nice burnt hot dog, some pasta
Oh,
salad,
nothing
and a
like
couple pieces hot of watermelon. Oh,
a watermelon
Greg, invite
brownie.
us over. We'll do a poolside interview.
Yeah, totally. Okay, let's get to first of all. Um, I think what they're doing to JT is a reality suicide.
JT isn't helping himself, but none of them are helping JT and being like, "What are you doing? Why are you acting this way?"
Shep. Shep
Yeah,
did on Watch What Happens
I
Live.
guess. Yeah.
He was like, he's not malicious. He may be stupid, but he's not malicious. Like none of this. And I feel like Austin's piling on him.
Yeah, they want him gone.
Whitney is using him for his little whipping boy at this point. Pat's in on it. For some reason, that sick puppy, Whitney, because he's the sick puppy.
Yeah.
Miss Pat has all these cute little pugs and dogs. The sick puppy in the house is her son, Whitney.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because he always seems to cast someone and decide to make them the whipping boy or girl. Because he kind of did it with Catherine. I always kind of feel like he treated Catherine wrong.
Well, Catherine, I think he kept her around too long. Whereas, like, if it was a house size franchise and Andy had a little more control because he has more
Yeah,
control over
she
the
would have been
housewives,
gone.
he would
Yeah,
have put
she
her
would
on
have been
pause.
gone.
No, he would have put her
Mm,
on pause and said, "You need to fix." Because that's the thing Andy does with housewives that I think is nice is that he doesn't want them to go on and really ruin their lives. If they are
true.
creating such big chaos,
Yeah.
he asks them to take a beat.
Yeah. Whitney doesn't seem to care if he ruins your life. He ruined Thomas Ravenel's life. He ruined Catherine Dennis's life. I'm gonna say he's probably ruining JT's life right now because, as we know, JT has said he's left the
I
series
think
and
JT,
he'll have
no, I think
nothing.
JT got ahead of it. I think that he probably found a way to get out before it was too late.
I hope so because right now I feel like they're setting him up for their storyline. I
Yeah.
feel Craig is. I feel Austin is. Shep is kind of pulled back a little bit. Venita has already been like, oh, that's not him. And even Taylor has been, I know JT pretty good. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I love the story about calling somebody at the end a biatch
Yeah.
because he said he would never do that. And other women have said they've kind of like been a character witness for him, saying they haven't. And I felt like Madison's looking for a storyline. She doesn't want to talk about her husband's cancer publicly. So let's talk about this. I thought he had a great explanation. He had a great explanation for the cane. Miss Pat was like, he did write a note. Maybe she had some reflection, but her nasty, sick puppy is there just like beating down JT, beating down JT. And I'm thinking, this is your show.
I
Whitney.
mean, there's also a difference though. Like JT shouldn't be like, I gave the canes out as an act of inclusion. No, dude, you should say that you gave them out because you're crippled right now, you're hurt, and you need to use one. So you gave everyone one so
Well,
that
he
you didn't
used the
feel so
wrong, he
different.
should have just said, I bought everybody one and I wanted to include you in that.
Yeah, I
That
gave
should have
everyone
been
one.
what
And
he
he didn't even
said.
need to write a note. He could have picked up the phone and called her. Like it was like so over dramatized. Like the poor guy trying to write a note. Like I know many straight men that don't know how to write even their name with a pen. So it's like, the poor
A
guy's
lot of
writing a
people,
note
they're
and all he
not
should have done
learning
is,
cursive
Miss
just for,
Pat, I know that you thought this. I just wanted to call you because I have the most amount of respect for you. And I just would never want you to feel like that it came off so wrong. I'd given everyone a cane before you got there. I have one because I hurt myself when I was away. And so I would never have gotten everyone one and then not gotten you one. What I should have done is I should have maybe brought them in something. And then when everyone was there, give them out to everyone. And then it would have been far more of people not having a misunderstanding. I'm so sorry.
agreed.
Yeah,
Or
done and done.
in my world, it would have been lovely if he showed up with some beautiful flowers and a box of chocolates and just went in, I'm sure she doesn't open the door, Miss Pat, and said, Miss Patricia, it
Who
is,
opens the door? Her butler? Dead man
yeah,
walking?
yeah.
Oh, sorry. He
If someone opens the door, maybe
not
Chauncey.
Michael. Not Michael.
No, my,
Rest in
oh,
peace.
oh, that's terrible. He has a new butler. She has a new
Dead man
butler.
walking. That's what I say. My friend
Festa.
John, before he died, used to say, and he used to say to me when he knew he was going to die because he had stage 4 esophageal cancer, he used to be like, Drew, what do you think I'm going to be called in 3 years? And I'm like, what? And he's like, dead man walking. And I'm
Oh,
like, oh
that's
my, and it was like his way of
terrible.
dealing with it. It
We
was,
can call the butler there Festa because Festa was, in the Adams
oh
family.
yeah,
Let's
that's
call
good.
any butler Festa. Fester is, he could have opened the door and JT could have went in with the lovely, beautiful
Yeah, you're
bouquet
absolutely right.
and a box of chocolates and say, it is with sincere apology
No, that's too
that
dramatic. No.
I offended you. It would never be my intent. I meant to include you in my little prank, not insult you. And I
And I'm
ask
sorry
your
that everyone else
forgiveness.
kept their mouth shut, knowing that they had already gotten a cane themselves. That
Right.
was
Well,
really
no, no, no.
shady of
That would be
them.
the butt. That would be the
Yeah,
butt.
but this one deserves a butt. Your own
Okay.
son knew exactly what I did because he's a producer on this show and
Yeah,
he's been
true.
there the whole time. It's not my fault that no one on the show has my back, but I am sorry you felt that way. I just wish that other people would have maybe shared that I had done it for everyone, so you wouldn't have felt like it was something I was doing towards you. That's so unfair that you felt that way.
Yeah, yeah. But
No
it was
buts.
nice he wrote, no, it was nice, and it was nice he wrote the letter.
Yeah.
I would have liked if he went one step further. I thought even I didn't think that until you mentioned the telephone, but he hand delivered the note, but it wasn't the proper color. Now, who did who? I mean, at this point, I need a scorecard on this show. I need a spreadsheet. I mean,
I don't really know.
Taylor, Austin's done Gaston, or was it that
Gaston hooked up with
Audrey?
another girl that they brought on
Oh,
the show just to cause
Sally.
a problem.
So
No, no,
let's get
that's
this
not like
straight.
of who did who. That's Whitney being a little bitch. When Taylor started dating a guy that she liked, Whitney goes, "Oh, let me go find someone that dated that guy and bring them on the show." That's like
Yeah.
all production. That's not who
Okay,
dated
but
who.
okay, so Gaston was with Sally.
I don't
And
care about this
no, well,
part.
stop. But Sally was at Shep's, and I love that Shep and her had completely different stories
Yeah,
of their encounter. I mean, that just goes to show you the level of delusion. There is truth in one of the stories, and I'd love to know because we found out Craig in this episode is a habitual liar, and he
yes, of
even
course. He always has
admitted
been.
too. So that gets back to JT when they were like, oh no, he called Miss Pat. He was the one that spread the rumor about Madison and JT.
Yeah,
And then who started with, that JT called Miss Pat a bitch?
Craig.
Again, Craig. But we
Yeah, yeah.
know for a fact Craig sat at the psychiatrist's office, said, I lie about everything.
Yeah, I'm a great attorney. That's why I want to be an attorney. I'm a great
Yeah.
attorney.
I mean, so it was kind of like weird. Now,
So who's your mess?
well, I want to know, okay, first of all, I'm not done.
Oh, hurry up.
Are you in a rush?
I am.
I know you are. Sienna is a supermodel and Taylor is Brett Michaels. I mean, how much longer is Taylor going to realize that she's nothing but a doormat on this show?
Oh, I like
For
Taylor this
all,
season.
I like her, but she's being treated like a doormat in the way they're kind of treating JT like a
A
doormat in a
little
lot
bit,
of
but not
ways.
as much. And Taylor has more of a voice. And I think like, I don't know. I just think Shep like is getting like the whole boys club on this show is what's gonna sink it.
Not only is it going to sink it, but I have a feeling like the last show we watched, OC,
Yeah.
where they all ganged up. They thought that Shannon was going to be
Yeah.
the villain, so they ganged up on her. Ended up turning out the other way, where they came off looking
Totally.
horrible, Tamra and Dubrow and the whole bit. I think some of the cast here
Oh yeah, the
thinks
guys, the boys club.
we can
And
pile on, and
Madison.
Madison. Let's pile on JT. He had a bad edit last year, and he's coming off very, very sympathetic to me.
Well, I think Madison's getting annoyed because I don't think it's actually Madison. I think Madison was good for like nice to JT last year, and she's just believing Craig and the boys,
And
and
she
she should know
shouldn't.
better at this point.
Right. And Shep is smart enough when he was on Watch What Happens Live this week, they were saying, nah, he's not malicious.
Yeah,
Like, this
exactly.
is stupid, you know?
Who's your mess?
Craig.
I guess, yeah.
Craig is a mess because he lies about everything.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
and
Craig's
he's
a mess.
I mean, just
Or
look at his
Whitney. Always Whitney.
Oh, Whitney's a mess. Chauncey's sort of a mess too, and they need to have some dog Ozempic because that was the fattest pug. And
Oh, and
thank God,
Rodrigo and the husband doesn't want to be there. Him and Todd should win the most don't want to be their spouses on Bravo TV this season. And Rodrigo, dude, like, figure it out, man. You're giving gay men, you're disrespecting all of us.
well, I'm glad you said that because I was going to bring up that I don't like that they've gone to type with him, is what I'm going to say.
It's so stupid. Get over yourself. You're a mess, actually, Rodrigo. You're my mess.
You can say that, I
Anyway,
can't.
love you guys.
Everybody, we are on hiatus for the
Oh,
next
we're on a
week.
hiatus. We're on winter break from recording.
Yes. And the next time you see me, I may be in a warmer location.
Ooh, a
and
remote
a
secret location.
remote secret location. And we want to wish you all a Feliz Navidad and Feliz Cumpleaños.
Or a Feliz Navidad. Bye, guys.
Bye.